Jinkies, bitches. First Eps is here. We're going to talk about Velma.
I lost my glasses.
Oh no! My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And
Velma.
this is First Eps. What's up, everybody? First Eps Podcast back up in your business. This week, we're talking about a new animated series called Velma. Oh, yeah. Velma.
Yeah.
So this is a new HBO Max show. Lots of talk, lots of buzz.
I guess
in
so.
the world
I didn't know that, but yeah,
about the
apparently
Velma.
we've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. But before we get into all that, how you been? Good? You
Sure.
been all right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I'll take
commenting.
a questionable high pitched sure over
Meh.
anything. Yeah, sure.
I mean, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
All right. Good.
How about you?
Good.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills won
Of course,
today,
yeah.
the first playoff game. So that it was a stressful day, and I thought like at one point it was not going well, and I was like, we're not doing the podcast tonight.
Yeah.
I almost canceled
You're
it.
a fair weather podcaster, huh? Wow.
I was just miserable, in a terrible mood, and then they turned it around.
Your wife said you're miserable. I don't see you miserable often, so I don't really. Yeah.
It was a very stressful day with the Bills, but they turned it around. They won over the Miami Dolphins,
and now you're in the best mood ever.
And we're here.
I've never seen you happy.
Partying.
Yeah.
I've been drinking hard kombucha all day. My stomach's a mess. And I'm drunk as fuck.
I'm surprised that's supposed to help the stomach, isn't it? Or it's just
not when you drink 6 of
Too
them.
Just a rancid stomach of.
The bacteria has literally taken over. Good news. I pee kombucha.
What? Oh yeah, what does your urine smell like? Probably real bad, right?
Ginger.
Yeah,
it just,
really?
It just burns.
It just burns out of every orifice. Yeah.
Woo. But yeah, we watched Velma.
Yeah.
It's a new HBO Max animated series based on the Scooby-Doo character Velma.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. I don't know if you knew that from the title.
Yeah.
Or if it was like a Selma sequel. I mean, Martin Luther King Day is coming up.
What is a Selma songs I was thinking of?
I don't know what that is.
That was the Bjork one when I think she couldn't see, she was blind.
I close my eyes.
No.
Only for a moment in a
There's
summer
song.
song.
I have seen it all from something to something.
That's Bjork?
Yeah.
That was a good Bjork impression. All right, let's talk about Velma.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know what we at First Eps thinks about it.
Yeah. So I heard it's kind of controversial.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I didn't know that prior. I really avoided everything prior to going in.
We only watched the first episode, so maybe it gets more controversial, but I didn't see an awful lot of that at this point.
No. Well,
but we'll talk about
there's
that,
only,
sure.
I think there's 2 episodes out right now.
Oh, that's it?
As of this recording.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not much for people to get really upset about.
I mean,
but,
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, we're obviously white men, so we don't get it, which is quite possible. That's something that is very much in the realm of possibility.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. We're,
I liked it.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about it.
Sorry, we can't say that yet.
Afterwards.
Let's talk about what was it about? What was it about?
Yeah, so let's quickly run through the first episode.
Tell us more about it. Yeah.
It starts out with Mindy Kaling.
In the locker room.
She's doing like a voiceover. She's narrating this whole thing.
Yeah.
She's the producer, the writer for this show.
Yeah.
And she says, "We're doing my story, told my way, bitch."
She said bitch. She did say that, yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Ooh,
bitch. I wasn't really sure. I knew this was a HBO show.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure how HBO it was going to be.
Can I just say, whenever I see Max, I think of Cinemax.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always like, watching this is on Cinemax?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, it's HBO Max. Wow.
I
does that confuse anybody else? Yeah.
It definitely does.
Why do they do that? Why don't they just call it HBO?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is this Max thing they're really trying to push?
So this is, they're only on HBO Max. You can't get them on, like, if you're a cable subscriber to HBO.
Oh,
so that's why it just shows the Max part.
Gotcha.
As to not confuse people. But you got so many people just switching it right over to Cinemax.
Exactly.
Just waiting for Velma.
And the reason why, and then of course, we're watching and they've got these nude cartoony girls in the shower. That's
Skinemax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what am I watching?
Anyway. It was very much like an 80s movie where, like a sorority girls movie.
Yep.
But I was very surprised.
Yeah.
Did you know it was going to be as R-rated as it was?
No.
Okay.
I like that though.
I did too.
Yeah,
so it starts out like immediately. So she says bitch. Next scene, cockroaches banging. And then
that's right.
the very next scene, just a whole bunch of like
That's what we get it. Yeah.
nude animated high schoolers.
Yep. A lot of like gratuitous butt shots in the shower.
Lots of butt shots.
Yeah.
And we one of them is what's her name?
Daphne. They're not friends. Now in this universe, Daphne and Velma are not friends.
Not friends. They're rivals in high school. They don't like one another. They used to be friends.
Yeah.
They're not friends. And Daphne is now Asian.
Daphne's Asian, and
Velma,
she's still hot, and she's popular. I don't know if she's popular in the other show. Probably was.
Probably. She looks like a popular
I think
girl.
she always did. She was dressed like a popular girl.
But she's still hot. She still has red hair.
Yep.
So red.
But she's not white. She's Asian now.
Asian.
Yep.
And then Velma is like Indian.
Yeah, Asian also that would be considered, but
yes. Played by Minnie Kaling.
Yes.
So
And
next
Fred's
thing,
white.
there's like Fred's white.
We haven't talked about Fred yet. He was in the
He'll be
bathroom
coming
yet.
up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He was not in the
And then
girls'
there's
bathroom.
like, to make it even more like an 80s like sorority movie, there's like a nude like fight.
Right.
Where the girls are like really.
You really were watching this part quite a bit, huh? You got.
Oh yeah, I was pretty focused.
So at 3:55, the girls started fighting with
it
soap
was
suds.
it was like that like hentai or whatever. It was pretty yeah, you don't know what that is.
No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I like that
I'm gonna
pretend look.
I'm gonna Google that up.
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna look at that up later. Yeah.
And then so this all leads to them finding a dead, brainless girl.
Yeah.
Like literally brainless. Her brain was removed.
Exactly. Yep.
She was in the locker.
And of course, that blamed Velma because I think it was her locker she was in. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. So Velma was arrested. Taken to the jail
By Daphne's moms.
Daphne has lesbian moms.
Yep.
And we're
Who's
learning
white
a
and black.
So yes,
Wanda Sykes, Jane Lynch.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
I mean, we're getting everything. Everybody is just this whole mix up. I love it. Because,
Yeah.
It was Scooby
The
Doo was
United
pretty whitewashed.
Colors of Benetton.
The only bit
for
of
all
color in Scooby
old
Doo.
people listening
Yeah,
to this.
I mean, the only bit of color was when they got together with Harlem Globetrotters.
Yep,
That was the only bit of like melanin we saw in all of Scooby Doo.
exactly. And Scrappy Doo was
yeah.
definitely black.
Speaking of that, there's no dog in this.
Not yet.
Wow. Yeah. No Scrappy, thankfully.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
So next we meet Fred, and he's a rich white man who doesn't like he has like face blindness. He says it's
people.
like it's sickle cell for rich white men.
I don't
That's
think it
what
says
they
white
said.
men. I think it just rich men.
Rich
But
men.
Yeah. But the
Um,
subtext was there.
Yeah.
Privileged.
So, definitely privileged. We soon find out that Velma's mother had left, and now Velma doesn't do mysteries.
Mm-mm.
She's written it off. She doesn't do mysteries because she has like terrible, really really weird hallucinations.
Yeah. Claws
When-
in her heart.
Yeah,
In her
when
mind.
she's trying to solve any mystery.
Yeah, I don't know, but Velma's a little cracked in this.
Yeah, Velma's
touched.
definitely effed up.
Yeah.
I almost said fuck.
We can't say that.
I didn't.
Oh, well, that was good.
One of the best scenes. I don't know if it was the best scene, but it was definitely like. So there were a lot of scenes where I'm like, I did a little bit of a jaw drop.
Really?
Where I was like,
Okay.
and one of those scenes is Velma is with her father, and they start talking about that he is now with a waitress from the their local ice cream shop, and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, her clothes get ripped off, and she's fully nude, and they're doing like a baby bump photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
And the baby bump, though, you actually see the baby through the
skin. And I said, what the fuck is this show?
It's weird.
What is this show? It was so strange. It was like those scenes are very much like, I don't know, like really pushing the envelope, like how Family Guy would kind of be a little like, really like pushing it.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But this stuff is more weird because it doesn't have a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, I don't know. It was really, really strange. Some of the choices throughout. Anyways,
definitely for grown-ups.
So yeah, next they're going another one of my favorites, and this was actually one of my favorites.
That was just fakely one of your favorites.
Well, no, it was one of my favorite scenes because it was so strange.
So odd.
This is one of my favorite scenes because it was so funny.
The moment. Okay. Yeah.
They're going to this girl's like memorial, the dead girl's memorial at the ice cream parlor, and it just cuts to the one girl singing "Genuine's Pony" real slow, like a dirge. Yeah. Ride it, my pony. But she's singing it like really sad. She's crying. And I was like, that's getting extra points for having that scene in it.
So plus 1 point already.
Plus 1 just
So whatever
for
you're gonna name,
genuine, being sung as a sad.
So if it would have been a 5, it's gonna be a 6 now because of that.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like so throughout the show, there's a lot of like, I guess for fans of Scooby-Doo, or just people with a brain that have always questioned shit like why Velma only has like one shirt or whatever, because they referenced like when someone bought an expensive camera, she's like, Dad said I can't even have another shirt. Like, we're so poor. And then like the glasses were her mother's glasses that when her mother left, she just kind of took, and like her eyes got all fucked up.
Yes.
Because of the glasses.
Especially, oh, interesting.
So I thought like that stuff is really cool. Then we meet Norville, for anybody who knows, that's Shaggy's real name.
Exactly.
And at points he's like really, really anti-drugs. Like,
that's right. And there was a bing after he said that.
Exactly. But then later we see him like looking on the internet about like, I don't know if he's writing an anti-drug newspaper or if he was just reading one or something.
That was a good catch, because I saw that and I never really thought anything of it. But now I'm like, part of his character arc too, we're gonna see. Right. So
either he's like, really straight edge right now, or he's gonna like get into drugs and go on like a whole bender or something, or like this is just their way of changing shit up.
Maybe.
And he's a black guy.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
So
now, who is he voiced by? Somebody that's been voicing for a long time, right?
No. So you would know him as the dude in. We watched the show The After Party. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, he's the black guy in that.
Is that the one with the comedian lady?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
The murder mystery.
Yeah. He's younger than I thought then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
And then like, I mean, that's basically the show, and then it's just the mystery of them trying to solve the mystery of this dead girl, which we don't get a resolution in the first episode. It's a cliffhanger to the second episode. It's not like Scooby-Doo where it's like a mystery a day.
Yeah. I was surprised by that.
But like, there's so much other weird shit in this show. Like the scene where they're talking about, like, so Velma thinks she was real cute and her mom left. And then they show like what really happened. And like her mom's eye is constantly falling out.
Like, cause Velma, like, what did she hit her with by mistake?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was just like, and then like Velma's like drunk and like smashes her computer when she was like a baby.
Yeah.
This whole thing was so weird. And then like, they think they solved the crime where Fred was the murderer, but instead, no, it was just he hadn't hit puberty yet, and he was afraid someone to find out, so he blackmailed them. Like, so very, very strange. And I thought it was very funny at those strange parts. But, lots of people don't think that way.
Okay.
But we'll get to that after a very, very important segment of this show.
Oh, okay.
First Eps Five, baby.
Oh. 5. Oh, we got a limit to 5? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what you told me to do my homework.
Yeah.
But how can I limit this to 5? All right.
I know it's gonna be tough. So Keith and I picked our top 5 favorite
all right, just go with my 5 top
animated series. I initially wrote cartoons. Do we not say cartoons anymore? Is that like a negative thing?
I don't know. To me, I think that just means that's like for kids.
Cartoons is more childish.
Animated is more like
animated
graphic
series.
novels.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
Not comic books, although I mean that's still fine too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like the equivalent of someone saying like, no, I don't read comic books. I read graphic novels.
Exactly. You're like, okay, I mean, I guess they're a little longer style comic books. Yeah. Sure. I'm not sure about that. Maybe somebody could take us to task in the comments. But
no, because I initially it was like, okay, the best cartoons, and I was like, no, that sounds derogatory.
Are mine cartoons?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
We're gonna find out. All right. So we each picked our 5. Initially, I was gonna try to like come up with a list that we could agree on.
We were,
We did not agree too much.
I was north, you were south.
Yeah. All right.
Although actually, that's not really true. It just meant on our list, I was on some of my ones that are on top of my list were on the top of yours,
and some of mine weren't even my top like 10, 20 of yours.
Well,
so,
1.
Let's get to it.
I think it was 1.
What's your number 5 favorite animated series?
No, I have to set these up. I haven't watched every one of these episodes, right? So I'm not like a super fan, but but whenever I see these on TV, when I see these on TV, I will stop and watch them. more than other ones. Like Simpsons is on, I will not stop to watch that.
Yes.
Okay, personally, that's just my thing.
Gotcha.
But I will watch Futurama 100%. I loved it. I loved the characters in it. I loved the world it was in.
Yeah.
The color of the whole. And just ridiculous storylines. I love.
So many people love Futurama.
Yeah. That's my number 5.
I appreciated Futurama. Yeah. Never really loved it.
It would never be on one of your top.
It's funny because there's so many people that are our age that are like, you don't like Futurama, or you don't like.
I'm so surprised with that with you.
King of the Hill. Like, I don't like King of the Hill, and that's like so many people loved that
one's
too.
awkward.
So it was like, I didn't like a lot of those fan favorites at the time.
Yeah.
It was just like they didn't just. I don't know. Something about it just didn't hit home with me.
You don't like a lot of sci-fi though, do you?
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Okay, because I'm thinking, like Star Trek, Star Wars, like you'll watch them, they're fine, but you don't like those are never really the top of your list.
Exactly.
I think that's why I liked it because it's just this weird alien
sci-fi
creatures in space. Yeah,
sure. My number 5, similar yet different, The Simpsons. Both Matt Groening works, but again.
So you would flip by Futurama, but stop
on The Simpsons. Yeah. So The Simpsons. I haven't watched it. It's my top 5, so it's definitely like made an indelible mark.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it in probably 15 to 20 seasons.
Oh, really? I mean, we're like 35 in. So
yeah. So I mean, those first 15 were like everything.
Yeah.
You know, like that's you memorize the jokes and like I still can like have conversations with my friends where I'm referencing 30-year-old Simpsons episodes.
That's amazing.
So it definitely made a mark. And I always think, I'm like, I should go back and I should
totally
watch more Simpsons, see how it is. But I just never do.
Background. Maybe it'll like work when you're typing away. That would be
a good background one. All right, what's your number 4?
So this one is an easy one for me because it happened in high school and I really connected. And it was Daria.
See, that's the one that wouldn't make my top.
No, that doesn't.
I didn't like any of those characters.
Yeah,
the show was boring.
Yeah,
she was too annoying.
Yeah. Too much like Velma.
Yeah, just too dour.
Yeah, like I thought it just hit the right time. I loved Jane. Trent was hot.
Yeah, you were a big emo kid.
Oh, absolutely. And then of course I loved the sister Quinn, the cool tag along friends that she had. I thought it was hilarious. So checked all my boxes for me. Yeah.
I mean, I was going the other way with my number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm going forward to high school. You went back to like elementary.
Yeah. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's just an awesome show.
It is. It's
they like pizza.
I mean, my top 10.
They hit bad guys and they tell one-liners.
Bad guys. And that's what I loved about it too, is that they had really good bad guys, and it wasn't always the same one too, right? They really expanded it.
Exactly.
And of course, that was one of the first ones in my mind too that I wanted to collect the action figures.
Mm-hmm. Great action figures.
Yeah. I wasn't buying any Daria action figures, but I did want to buy.
All this shit was cool. They had the van, and they would shoot pizzas or manholes.
Exactly. April O'Neil, you could try to save her. And
Casey Jones was like always my favorite.
Oh yeah. I think I had to get Rat King once because there was like the only one left in the shop at like the Target or Toys R Us, and I needed a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Yeah. So I'm like, I guess I got Rat King. Nobody wanted him. There were like 5 left on the shelf when I got him.
Rat King.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 3?
Oh, what is number 3? Okay, yeah. So X-Men for me.
X-Men. I'm surprised, very surprised that is as low as it is. I knew it was going to be on your list, and I was shocked to hear that it was just number 3.
I'm assuming that it's on your list, but we'll talk about it more when we get to it.
Yeah, we'll move on. Number 3, Animaniacs for me.
Yeah. So that one's very imaginative, right? And they have like little skits they put together, or little shows they put. Tell me more about the premise of that.
Basically,
my brother loved it. I didn't get into that one.
So Animaniacs, I think, shaped my life as far as my comedic stylings go.
Okay.
It was a lot of times they were like the comedy of it was based on like the Marx Brothers.
Okay.
Like so comedy like that, like slapstick, and then also wordplay and stuff like that. And it was silly. The characters were they were unstoppable. They made fun of everybody, and they always they were always on top.
Just got okay.
Well, then it had little parts, so there were different parts in it where it was like like a learning section. Mm-hmm. Then there was Pinky and the Brain was part of it at some point.
Okay.
So it had like a lot to it, but just the Animaniacs, just the 3 Animaniacs.
Yeah.
And the theme song, like everybody loves the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Animaniacs.
Oh yeah. Right.
That is cute and yaks.
Yeah.
Great show. Number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's your number 2?
So my number 2 was Scooby-Doo, and that was the one you're disappointed in, I think. You wanted me to at least flip those two around.
Scooby-Doo, again,
I loved
shocked
Scooby-Doo
me.
as a kid. I loved it. I watched it all the time. So I love haunted houses. I love monsters. I love trying to solve mysteries. I love freaking secret passages. And they had all of these things.
Yeah,
they had carnivals that were haunted. Fucking all the weird, creepy shit that I love. They explored.
I'm seeing where, like, you were shaped by Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I was shaped by
100%. Like,
interesting.
In my 20s, I went through a phase when that's all I watched too, and I would smoke a lot. It really held up too. 100%.
Have you
like Nick Gas? Remember there was around for a while?
Yeah.
It was like those kind of things.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you seen the newer stuff? Like the live action movies? Did you watch those?
Okay. Yeah.
I just recently rewatched
with our girl.
He was Sarah Michelle Gellar.
And who's the other one though?
Who
plays Velma?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's right at the tip of my tongue.
Daphne Zenga. No, it's not
Daphne
her.
Zenga.
Yeah, go ahead.
But those, like, I didn't remember them at all,
Yeah.
but they're very tongue-in-cheek and, like, really funny, too. I thought those were good. And then, like, recently there was, like, a new, like, Linda Cardellini. Yeah, there was a new Scoob movie where it was, like, Shaggy as a kid, and that was more, like, for young kids.
Oh, interesting.
But, yeah, they're still churning out all the Scooby-Doo stuff.
Nice for the next generations.
My number 2 was Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. Yes. Yeah. And that is my number 1. I'll say it now. Let's chat about it.
Yeah.
I love Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers is such a good show.
Now, were you a fan from that from the very beginning? Did you start a couple? Yeah. I heard about it.
Did you tell me?
I don't know if I did, but I didn't like. I mean, at first I heard about it too. I didn't watch it till maybe the second season, and I'm like, how did I keep it? Like everybody was talking about it. I wanted to ignore it. I'm like, no, and then I loved it.
It's so good. All the characters
yes.
are amazing. Each character, like
so cracked, but love them all.
Each episode, like there's a character centric show, and there's not like one where you're like, oh no, it's a Gene show.
Exactly. We love
each
Gene.
one is good.
Exactly, they all can hold their own.
Yeah. Who's your favorite, by the way?
Oh, I got over Tina for me.
Gina,
obviously, I'm awkward. You know,
Yeah, Gene for me.
Of course, that makes sense.
Every time we watch the show, my wife's like, "You are totally Gene," and I was like, "Yeah, I get it. I feel it. I
can see you out there. Well, yeah, with like a megaphone and like a burger costume. I can see you like advertising that kind of like your family restaurant.
But yeah, it's such a funny show.
Oh man, Tammy,
it's so
friends,
felt, heartwarming, and
all the creatures have like these weird chins. If you ever watched it, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody who listens to our podcast who doesn't watch Bob's Burgers, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in the top 5 of everyone who listens to this. And if not, let us know because we educate us. But yeah.
And they have like each episode has a song.
Songs,
and the songs are funny.
Yeah, they're fun too. I usually don't like musical stuff either, but they catch you. They get you. Yeah.
Great show. So my number 1, X-Men.
So that's your number 1. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
That's the one where it's like, absolutely, I will put that on.
Yeah.
Anytime that you see it on something.
Yeah.
But it's a little different X-Men because it always had a overarching story.
It was totally like a soap opera for kids.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was really probably the first thing I've ever watched that had like an entire, I mean, they're long. It was like a long run where it was like, there was like little pieces in between that would maybe introduce you to a new character or something. But overall, there was like, the X-Men had a mission and like, it was always against the Sentinels and
I hated that
stuff. But
Leandra.
Yeah,
she was great.
To this day, the best version of the X-Men team.
The 90s version? That's what I think of? Yeah.
I mean, you got like Storm Beast, Cyclops, like
with the white hair,
Jean Grey, Wolverine, Jubilee,
so good.
The best team.
Beast.
Yeah. I said Beast.
I know. Yeah. Nightcrawler. He was there.
And Nightcrawler. Yep. Gambit. Rogue.
Exactly. Yeah.
So good. And the art was great.
Yeah.
And the story was great.
Psylocke came in a couple of times. It was so good.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back and rewatch it. I think it's on Disney now.
I think it is. Well, it is. Well, I believe it is because Jean Grey from the '90s is my avatar.
Yeah,
for Disney. Yeah,
because that's coming back. Like it's coming back. I don't know when. Fairly soon. I think this year. And it's supposed to pick up where the other one ended.
That's
so
amazing. 30 years later.
I think I read that somewhere. I could just be making that entirely.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so there's our First Eps 5.
All right.
Do you have any honorable mentions? I think we both had Aqua Teen Hunger Force on our list.
That's a great one. Yep.
Just recently in my adult life, I discovered Teen Titans Go because my son loves it, and it is one of the best superhero shows ever because it's so ridiculous and so silly.
Yeah. No, it's good music with that one too.
Yeah.
Other ones in my top 10 were Ghostbusters. Loved that as a kid.
Oh, Ghostbusters, that was a good one.
Science, ghosts, haunted things again, and then American Dad too was one I really enjoyed. And again, not a huge fan of Family Guy. You like Family Guy a lot.
Yep.
But for some reason, that the alien and the family of this one, I liked more.
Yeah, I was definitely Family Guy over American Dad on that one. But
you don't find the dad hot though? That jaw.
I was more into the alien.
Roger.
When he would cross-dress.
Yes,
I love wear like a hot bikini and stuff.
That's the best part. See, to me, Roger is what the little baby wants to be, but can never really actualize. What's the baby in Family Guy? Stewie. Yeah.
Stewie's a great character. But I did look up a list to see kind of like if we were cool. So I found a list from IndieWire.com, and this list, it seems very, very, I don't know, like trying to be cool or hipster or some shit. Okay. So number 10, Animaniacs.
Okay, sure. Not surprised what you just said.
Number 9, Big Mouth. It's like a Netflix show.
Don't know
about like puberty.
That sounds awkward.
Bob's Burgers is number 8. Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
I forgot about that one.
Number 7.
Talk about weird.
That was a funny show.
That was weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
But the way it was like a fake talk show with like real people and stuff, it was funny.
I couldn't smoke enough for that one.
No, you would go crazy.
It was way on top. Yeah.
Steven Universe, which I've never watched.
Wait, is that the one that's got like a big haired lady?
This lady?
Yes, I don't know what I'm watching. She's like a cyborg, big hair lady.
I don't know what this is.
That's
not
hilarious.
A clue.
She's right there.
Yeah.
When you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. I remember like she's got like a square head.
Yeah. Big hair. Don't care. Batman in the animated series. Daria.
Yes. I'm so emo.
Archer.
I wanted to like that, and I watched it. I think it's funny, but I haven't watched enough of it.
Yeah. The Simpsons.
Okay.
And then BoJack Horseman. Oh, yeah. I don't know this list is, I don't know. It's like, it was too cool. I found a list from like IGN, and it was more like
the top 100.
Yeah, they did the top 100. It was more like normal shit, but I think also maybe more so for nostalgia reasons. Like theirs was Neon Genesis Evangelion,
don't know what that is.
The Flintstones, Futurama, Family Guy, The Tick, Beavis and Butthead, South Park.
Oh, South Park. Neither of us said them.
No, Looney Tunes, and then Batman, the animated. And then The Simpsons.
Simpsons. Okay, cool.
So. Yeah, we weren't part of like either of those lists really. We had like what, 2 or 3?
2 or 3, yeah. I mean, South Park is funny. I wouldn't put it in my favorites, but yeah,
it's one that I could easily like skip past because I have to be in the mood for South Park, and when I am, the way that they touch on topical issues and stuff, amazing.
It is funny,
amazing. All right, well, let's talk about our reviews of Velma. What's your number review on a 1 to 10?
I'm gonna go 7. I enjoyed it, and I do want to watch more of it.
The kid also went 7.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
7.
Now is that plus 1, or that's with the 6?
Yes, it was a 6 plus the
Gotcha.
What was it for? Oh, the song Genuine.
Exactly. Amazing.
So right now let's talk about the review.
Yeah. So
bombing, the review problem.
You've looked this up. You done a
little
search.
I went to IMDb, and right now it's a 1.6 out of 10
on
IMDb.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to read just a couple of the reviews.
After only 2 shows are out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
wow, we're really not on the pulse anymore.
The top review is a 1 out of 10. You can tell the creators think it's hysterical. This show hates its audience. It should not have been named Velma. Even the dubbing is odd. Glenn Howerton basically plays Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, as usual, but in Fred's body. Daphne is crass, mean, and vulgar, and Velma is Mindy Kaling. I don't understand why this is what we get when attempting something adult with the Scooby-Doo IP. No one asked for this. The hate is warranted. It's an acceptable, albeit unfunny, animation show that thinks it's a lot better than it is. This was my main issue with the first 2 episodes. You can tell the writer's room was comprised of mostly yes people who thought every idea was edgy and current. Instead, the finished product resulted in a convoluted, mean-spirited, and just all-around embarrassing start. So that person, it sounds like they're a fan of the Scooby-Doo and they wanted something more traditional.
Okay.
This next review is the other most helpful one.
Yeah.
No, 1 out of 10. This is just insulting. Seriously, we lost so many great, fantastic animations like Young Justice, but this abysmal adult animation HBO Max has to greenlight this terrible series. I only saw 5 minutes and I hate it so much.
Well, wait. You saw 5 minutes and you rated it 1 out of 10?
Exactly.
And that was the most helpful? Everybody thought it was helpful?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should watch the whole fucking show and then you can see how helpful it's going to be. Please.
Yeah, it's
like, I mean, okay,
crazy.
Everybody can have their opinion. Don't tell us that you outright did not watch the show and then rate it low. Like, come on. Like, watch the show. Or don't rate it.
This person...
I have sat through so many shitty shows. This is a personal aside right now.
Yeah, let's hear it.
For this podcast. And I've rated them 1, but I watched the whole goddamn show. Mm-hmm. Who is that? Velma Hater 445? You should watch the whole show before you...
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Just another one. Let's do...
Yeah.
1 out of 10.
Now. Yeah.
Should be on a top 10 worst TV shows of all time list. This is atrocious. I watched the entire first episode and did not laugh once. Not even a chuckle. The jokes are so juvenile, so heavy-handed, and the premise was so far removed from the original IP, it was embarrassing. I was checking my watch throughout the episode. They made 27 minutes feel like an hour. Will she ever find her mom? I do not know, nor do I care. Why is this series about sex, and what does any of the random sexual situations have to do with Scooby-Doo? They really, what does that have to do with Scooby-Doo? I also don't know, nor care. Speaking of which, where is Scooby and Shaggy? She obviously didn't put together that the one person was Shaggy.
I was going to say, she didn't watch the whole thing then, because obviously you could tell who that's going to be with his green shirt on.
Shouldn't they be a part of this too? Here we go. If the one kid is supposed to be Shaggy, I only assume because of his clothes, then I would like nothing to do with this alternate universe version of Scooby-Doo. Maybe a little racist as well.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nicola.
What was really... it's so funny. Like, was Scooby-Doo always like a wholesome family values thing anyway? Like,
dude, it's crazy. So the problem that this show has going on right now is that...
I'm surprised.
It's got the right-wing jerk-offs that are like, this show's too woke because it's got... people of color and exactly.
Gotcha. It's not just white, it was quote unquote intended to be
race whatever they call it.
Gotcha. So you think they're just putting
characters?
They're putting this guy. They're pretending like it's.
Well, no, I think so. Then the other side is I think that the liberals that think that they're getting made fun of because there were points where they mentioned it in this show and how kind of like tongue-in-cheek like how woke it is with the race of the characters and that sort of thing. And I think that they're gonna find it not funny because
gotcha.
They're out there all those type of people want to do is just censor everything and then the third people are the Scooby-Doo fans who are upset that they're taking their beloved Scooby-Doo IP and they're fucking it up.
They're making it political fodder.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
if they want to just have like a talking dog solve a mystery and they tune into this and they're like
35, 40 years plus they can watch on that, right? This is a whole new take.
But if they tune into Velma thinking that and they're like, where is Scooby-Doo? And why are they not solving this mystery?
Be on here?
I don't know.
Like, again, we didn't think it was going to be as like dark comedy as it was.
I didn't.
But I mean, it is on HBO.
I knew, and I knew what it was going to be.
It's not like on HBO Kids. It's
exactly.
not like Teletubbies or something. Like, come on.
And I knew it was Mindy Kaling. And I always like what she has. Like, right now she's got the Sex Lives of College Girls, which is a very, very funny show on HBO.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And,
well, she's really blown up HBO, isn't she? Wow.
She is. What was her other one? She's also got a Never Have I Ever something. It's on Netflix. About high school as well. And that one's a super funny show. So, like... She's been hitting home runs lately. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned. But this one, I mean, I liked it.
I did too. I mean, I thought it was funny. I wouldn't die over it. People like if we're like, you gotta turn this off because it's really I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
but
fine. Chill.
I wouldn't give it a 1 on it. Yeah.
Yeah, lose your tune, babes. Because I definitely laughed. I'm not like that person who was like I didn't understand the jokes.
Yeah,
because there were funny parts.
I think there were definitely funny parts.
You know,
I at least my humor was tickled at some point.
Exactly, your pickle was tickled.
My pickle was tickled. Yeah.
That's what our IMDb review is going to be. But it's a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is not good still.
Yeah.
So critics are still not loving it, but still 53% of critics have a positive score about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better than the 1.6 or whatever that was on IMDb. So that one's just the fans are not happy.
Yeah.
So,
all right. We'll see what happens. I think you mentioned though that it got picked up for another season already.
I did hear that. So
HBO don't care. They're moving on.
I mean, it's the most watched. I mean, there's not much to choose from, but I did read it's the most watched HBO Max animated series. So I think there's like one other. It's the Harley Quinn one.
That's why I'm like, what other ones are there?
So
all right.
It's got that stat going for it. But yeah, I thought it was a great show. I thought it used the joke of Scooby-Doo, what the fuck is the show Scooby-Doo? It's a bunch of teenagers in a van solving mysteries.
Yeah.
You can't have that now. It doesn't make sense in the real world. So when they tear it apart and make fun of it and kind of give it that joking purpose,
I like that. Yeah,
it's cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Because
they know it's ridiculous. They're just rolling with it.
Exactly. Yeah. How would you do that now? I mean, it could be done. I'm not saying it can't be done to have a Scooby-Doo like that. But, will it work?
I don't know.
But Fred and Ascot still kicking it.
Oh, yeah. His dad, his real DILF we saw in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
And Velma used that term.
Yeah, just a bearded DILF.
Yeah. And that's what
like
Fred wanted
me.
to be like. Very. Actually, were you the model?
I played the role for Fred's dad, bearded DILF 1.
Maybe we'll see you in a future episode.
Yeah. Look for me on the credits.
Wow.
First Eps is Eric.
Wow.
All right, that's it from us. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of First Eps. Go check out Velma. Let us know what you think. I want a legit, sincere review, not just because you're fucking pissed off or butthurt.
If you're offended, let us know what's offensive about it, not just that it's like bad writing. Because that I don't know. Maybe tell us what's bad about the writing. Don't just say it is, because I didn't think it was all that bad. Yeah, but,
I mean, there were definitely jokes that didn't land. Sure. I'm not going to say it was perfect. Right. Some of the writers.
That's why I got a 7.
Exactly. Some of the writers were definitely trying maybe a little too hard.
Sure.
But there were a lot of jokes that I thought were funny, and especially if you were a fan of the previous Scooby-Doo and are open to some sort of change to your beloved IP.
I mean, it was number 2 for me. And I was rolling in the aisles.
Good point. All right. Please go check out our socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those. You could listen to this show, podcast version, anywhere podcasts are found. You can watch the video version on YouTube at Pop Culture Playground, or you can check us out on Fruit Lab under... just do a search. First Eps. We're there. We're everywhere.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Doing it every week.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Doing it.
My pony. Baby. All right. We're out of here. We're going to go listen to some more Genuine. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later.
That was good. I like that.